Been a while. We're gonna do this again. I was gonna be talking off the cuff for a while. I stopped doing that. We're gonna do that again. I made 4, 5, 6 videos so far. The last one was 6 months ago, so well, that didn't work out for nearly as long as I thought. We're gonna restart, and I'm gonna talk off the cuff, just with one title in mind, which you saw at the, I guess, video. Title of the video. This is why I need to talk better. Toy Story 5, just watched it, came back, still have some of my drink left, so I'm gonna keep sipping in the middle. Animated movies have probably peaked with like Toy Story kind of aesthetic. The first one, you can tell the animation tech was a little behind, but around like 2, 3 kind of caught up, and then 4, 5 was just like continuation of the same. But then there are other animations like Moana or something, like they're a little like too overdone. Actually, no, Moana is still pretty good. Not the live action, that's what I'm talking about. The Simba remake, like that was animation taken a little far. Like that still looks like pretty realistic, but I guess that's more CGI. But we're getting off point. I think Toy Story 5 kind of peaked for me. Aesthetically, the way it looks, cinematography maybe, and even how the sounds mix, the kind of music that's played. Although I wasn't aware of the thing in the moment, which I guess I should have been. I don't know where the Taylor Swift song played. I guess I'll rewatch it at some point and we'll see. But anyway, Toy Story 5, the story was just so well made. Like you kind of know the premise going into it, even if you look at the synopsis or the trailer or you read any even tweet about it or the memes that are floating around. It's like tech taking over the thing. And I'm gonna go into spoiler territory. If you don't want any, I'd say click off. First things first, like just it starts off like pretty chill, like she's just playing with the toys. She doesn't have any friends, which was like a continuation from Toy Story 4, maybe even 3. Mostly from 4, I guess. She doesn't have any friends, and it's just like her and her toys. She has a good time with them, but like they can only take you so far. Like you kind of need to socialize. And even though the toys can talk, they don't talk to her. So I guess she does need real people around. At some point, she tries to make friends with like these twins across the street. And they kind of laugh at her because she has a toy in her hand. Like, that's what it seems like. That's what they're laughing about. But she feels bad about it. And then her parents then just go ahead and order a lily pad online, the tablet thing. The tablet comes in and it's like it takes over her online life whenever she's not around to try to optimize making friends. Like, gets her enrolled into groups, sends friend requests to people she knows from a dance class or something. It's a little like random. If your toys move around, that's like a very childhood experience, that your toys are just not in the same place, which is why Toy Story made a lot of sense. But with tech, if it just sends out text or friend requests for you, like the lily pad, the tablet thing, texts Bonnie's dad at some point, which is just wild to me. I'm like, okay, if you're taking it that far, where the tech is just gonna leave a trail of textual proof behind. I mean, I guess the tablet could delete it, but like, yeah, that was a bit too far for me personally. But anyway, if you don't overthink it, it's just, it's doing the same thing as the toys, using its whatever autonomy it does have to just do things on the kid's behalf so that the kid has a better social life, makes friends, I guess. Anyway, eventually Bonnie does make like friends, sort of. I'm gonna put that in quotation. 3 friends. She goes on a sleepover. It doesn't go all that well. And during all of this, the toys are trying to keep an eye on her, and Jessie ends up at her original owner's place, but now some other kid lives there. Long story short, Jessie realizes that the kid that she's come across now is basically the perfect friend for Bonnie, and gets them together, and they end up becoming friends, and they're playing towards the end of the movie. But it's the tech and the toys are friends now, which, let me backtrack a little bit. Jessie comes across some retro tech, if you want to call it that, It's like you remember those small like flip phone things that you'd give to your kids which would play music? It's like that kind of tech, if you want to call it retro, I guess. Let's call that retro. It's like toy tech essentially. One is like the small GPS finder thing. One is a potty trainer thing. It was called like Smarty Pants, I think. And then there was like a small beginner camera, and it was called like Flashy or something, or Snappy, I think it was. And that was like pretty good way to show the progression of Jessie accepting tech as an integration, not as a replacement. She became friends with the tech helped her out, and she saw like the good behind the tech. And we've kind of seen it before. You remember that where Woody gets stolen by this like weird toy store man. They use the computer and the TV to find the guy who stole him and locate him and talk to the dinosaurs and stuff. Like we've seen this stuff, but like tech was always kind of in the foreground. Sorry, tech was always in the background, and now it's in the foreground, like it's integrated into the main storyline. So anyway, Jessie makes friends with that tech, the retro thing, and then eventually she realizes that Lilypad, the tablet, has a place in Bonnie's life. That was nice. So towards the end, when Bonnie and the new friend are playing together, the Lilypad's there, and it's like in this make-believe cutscene kind of a thing. Lilypad's the piano thing, so I guess it's like playing music, which is great. And like overall, the message was nice. I just always take something away from Toy Stories. Like obviously there's like a very big moral of the story, like very in your face. But even when I rewatch the same ones over time, I just come to some like new introspection almost. With this one, the first watch like in the theaters right now, which reminds me. The first one just made me think of how the tech just kind of pulls us in. At one point, the Lilypad realizes the kind of damage she's doing to Bonnie, and it actually throws itself into a donation box and tries to get away. But the toys save her. The point being, the tech realized that Bonnie is too pure to ruin with tech. So basically, from the tech's perspective, it's trying to help, but then it's clearly not helping. But then you see like these other kids using tech all around, and that's all they're socializing, like being on the tablet next to each other, if they're next to each other at all. But all of this being said, like there was just this one part which really got me. This doesn't really have to do with the story, I guess. Like it does sort of, but it's like if it wasn't in the story, the emotional weight behind it would have been diminished, but it wouldn't like realistically change how the plot unfolds. There's this part where Jessie's just so low and she's like, I cannot go through another owner or person hating me. I don't want to give out love to a kid and not receive it. And she realizes that the original owner might have carved something in the tree that they used to play next to, and it just says Jessie was here with an arrow down. But Jessie the toy doesn't remember like when that could have happened. So she comes across this time capsule memorabilia thing, which she digs out, and it's just a bunch of stuff which is relatively new. It's not that old. And she looks at it, she's like, my owner, Emily, could not have left it here. So how is this here? This doesn't make sense. So she opens up one of the like cards or something in it. And it's her former owner, Emily, all grown up with her child, who she named Jessie. So the Jessie was here was done by the kid when she left the time capsule, as one would assume. So Jessie the toy made a big enough impact on Emily the kid that Emily the grown up named her daughter Jessie also. That's a weird sentence to say. And that got me all teary-eyed almost. For the longest time, I wouldn't like really feel like I might feel like all mushy or something inside sometimes, but I wouldn't like get teary-eyed ever. But I have been like sometimes depending on what I'm watching, and I'm kind of glad about it. This is something I was just thinking about the car ride over. I almost felt for the longest time like there was something broken inside. It doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Like there was like not like I am broken. It was more like just this side of me which would like outwardly express feelings sometimes was broken. So it's not like I full blown like just cry or anything. Most things aren't that deep. But it's nice to be able to, just feel a little bit of that going. Even recently in the past month, I watched Inside Out. It's another animated movie. Watched that, like even that got me teary-eyed, like bits and parts of it, where the kid's all depressed and stuff. Inside Out 2 also kinda. I felt it with The Notebook. I just watched it yesterday. I can definitely say Toy Story 5 is a movie that I would watch again. All the Toy Stories I would watch again. Toy Story 5 definitely recommended. Go watch it. I watched it by myself. No friend wanted to really see it. Someone free, some just didn't want to see it. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go watch it. Highly recommend Toy Story 5. Go watch it. But also, if you heard all the spoilers, I don't know what you're doing. I just gave the whole story away. So I hope for your sake you did already watch it before you watched this video. And in that case, re-watch it after a while when it comes out or something. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna see you on the next one.